Greetings and welcome to PinballHelp. Mike here. Today I am working on this WPC driver board from Williams Cup World Cup Soccer, Bali Williams Midway World Cup Soccer machine. And was running into some problems where the game was randomly resetting. And so I'm going to try a few tricks to see if I can mitigate this and isolate where the problem is. I've done videos in the past where I've talked about reset issues and the general protocol that you do. Usually it involves replacing these bridge rectifiers and these caps and some other stuff. There's jumpers and things, ways you can make the thing work a little bit better. I'm going to take a little bit more of a minimalist approach today to deal with these reset issues. There's three common causes for these issues. The number one is just bad connections in the powertrain. J101 right here carries the 5 volts to the CPU board, and sometimes if there's not a good connection there, that can cause voltage drops, which will make the machine reset. There's also the bridge rectifiers and the filter caps related to them here. These can get damaged with heat, and of course the capacitors will just go over time, and so they need to be checked. And then there's a little filter cap right here, C4, which is all part of the 5-volt powertrain. And so if any of those things start to go, and capacitors definitely don't last all that long, so after about 20 years, they're at the end of their life cycle. Diodes on the flipper coils can cause some problems too, and I may end up working on that too. But first I'm going to take care of a couple of components that I know if they haven't started to fail, they're going to already, and that's these old capacitors. So these were already a little bit bulgy, and so I pulled these two capacitors, C5 and C11, and normally I would place these with the bridge rectifiers, but I'm just going to do the caps, and I was very gentle with them. So you can see I've kept the traces up top. You really don't want to blow these holes here. They can cause problems and make it very difficult. So you want to be very careful when you remove these using a desoldering gun. And I'm also going to work on C4 here. So I've got a little capacitor tester, so I'm going to check these caps that I just pulled. So I'll hook up this guy here, and we'll turn this thing on, and we'll see what we get. Takes a little bit for these things to run. So this is 13,890. That's within tolerance of a 15,000 microfarad cap. This is 15K, 25 volts. Okay, let's check this other one. Okay. Measuring it. So this is 9512. This is definitely out of tolerance. It's under 10K and it's a 15K cap. So this thing is definitely on its way out. Let's also check C4. I've already pulled this. This is the little filter cap for 5 volts. This is a 100 microfarad 10 volt cap. So let's check that and see what we get. Look at that, 25 microfarads. That's way out of spec. So they're definitely going. We're going to replace these things. So I'm going to replace the two caps up there with the same value cap, 15K, 25 volt. These are a little bit thinner, but they'll fit in the same holes. I'm going to replace this C4 with a 470 microfarad 25 volt cap. It's going to be a little bit more of a beefier cap. It'll provide a little bit extra filtering for the 5 volt line to keep it from dropping. So that'll be very helpful. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to see if the game works better after I replace these caps. So quick little fix. As you can see here, I'm also going to check these fuses. Some of these may not be to spec. Somebody may have just stuck some fuses in there, like this white one. I'm going to take a look at that and see if that's actually the proper rated fuse for that area. It's probably not. So I may change a few fuses. That's probably not what's causing this problem. But I'm going to deal with these capacitors in the 5 volt power chain. I'll also maybe reflow the solder on these connectors right here, just to keep them, make sure they're working well and there's not a cracked solder joint. Then we'll throw it back in the game and we'll see what happens. So Stay tuned. This is a quick way of refreshing these old WPC driver boards if you're running into reset issues. For more, visit PinballHelp.com. You can catch me on Reddit, on Facebook, at Twitter, at PinballHelp. That's it. Stay tuned. There's going to be another part to this video. Thanks for watching.